see. I think maybe a little more refined. What do you think? Yes. Do we have a little music, maybe? Yes. Fine, beautiful people of Celebration Anaheim! Congratulations! You have proven your superior intelligence by selecting the #1 show to see at Celebration! Prepare yourselves to witness a man among droids. A man who is the unmistakable voice of a droid. A man supremely qualified to be the ultimate droid physiotherapist because he's been inside the head of a droid for over 38 years! And that man requests that all upstanding fans now stand up very good and clap and cheer until you appear to need medical attention. Please welcome the man inside the heart and chaos of C-3PO, the one, the only, Anthony Daniel!
What are you doing here? These are the best seats in the house, Anthony.
The best in the house.
So they came from some of the worst
Star Wars?
seats.
Star Wars. That's it.
Sir, have a seat, please. Wonderful. The biggest, the best introduction thus far, wouldn't you say? Please. Credit where credit is due. Welcome back.
I could have written that myself.
Welcome back to
That was a
Celebration.
lovely welcome. Thank you so much.
We can, nice suit indeed. We can always count on 3 things from you. A must-see, a fantastic bang, and spontaneous actions and reactions. We love having you here. So, we've had the good fortune of talking several times before on stages, but we have 38 years to catch up with here of Star Wars, and a film that is brand new. I don't know if you, are you wearing this? You were out here yesterday.
Yeah.
So, we want to try something new with you. Are you up for the challenge?
Within reason. Should I be afraid?
You should be very afraid.
No, here. I have 8 envelopes, and inside each is a topic and a task or a test. 3 T's, topic, task, or test. All you have to do is pick an envelope, and inside will reveal what we will talk about or discover about you. Are you ready to play? I'm going to lay them out here. 8 envelopes. Choose wisely, my friend.
This is like the Price is Right. I am very strict.
Yes.
Okay. Will it be? Okay. What is your favorite number? 8. I think it's 8.
You know what's funny? It says 8 envelopes. There's only 7. No, we have 7 envelopes.
You don't get a second chance. Stupid. What is the qualification for
I'm
these type of stupid, or stupid.
What's that? Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so now,
Would you like to pick one?
okay, who can think of a number that's on the... Are you going to be sick? Okay. R2D2. What is your favorite number? 2. Number 2. Is that okay? Higher? Higher? Okay, number 4.
All right.
What do I do with it?
I'll take it. I'll take it. I don't want
Well,
you
that was very short. Did you enjoy that? Any other numbers over here?
Okay. Here we go. Okay.
It's an honor.
Going back. Going back. I'm going to read this.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I sit down?
Yes, please. Have a seat, sir. It's your stage. Commercial success is our title. So here we go. You've selected number 4, which is called commercial success. And these questions are about your many commercials. 3PO has been seen in countless commercials. First question. Do you, sir, have a favorite?
Well, you're right, there have been quite a few. There's one or two I daren't to mention. So embarrassing, with the internet, they come back to haunt you. I mean, there is one. Underwear. Underwear is not a dirty word. Actually, it's not two dirty words, if you see what I mean. What do you say?
Well, we could look at a little montage of some of these if you'd like.
Oh, well, it's a shame. Are we getting to breakfast foods at all?
Let's take a look at this.
Okay. No laughing, right?
Thousands are gathered to see the metallic megastars place their footprints in cement in the theater's courtyards. The world resounds with the fact that Star Wars itself has become a full-fledged social phenomenon.
Associated me to present the Star Wars collection. Truly remarkable toys and games for your children. What is so excited about now? It's Underoos.
Peter's always new. C-3PO is up the star. And R2D2 just make me smile. Star Wars Underoos over here, yeah! Underwear.
Don't be so ridiculous, Art. Underoos are for earthlings.
Now we have the children that were in those commercials right out here. No.
Anything for money.
Let's go to another envelope. Shall we go to another envelope?
Okay.
All right, how do you want to choose this one?
Shall I choose myself?
Just go ahead and choose.
What is your favorite number?
3.
What did we have before?
We had 4.
We had 4, so I'm going to choose 5.
5. All right, sir. Please take a look inside.
Are you still all right? I'm sorry, I didn't ask your opinion last time because it didn't work very well, did it? So you just be quiet and watch it. We
This one should be good. This is titled Favorite or Worst? Or Worst? Favorite and Worst. These
Take
questions
one.
are about to some of your favorite and worst Star Wars related moments.
Uh-oh.
There've been so many. And a
So-
few favorites.
So let's start with number one. Favorite Star Wars location to film?
Location.
Location.
You name it. The desert. Let's. If you're wearing a 3PO suit and sand gets in there, and I mean gets in there and everywhere, and you can't get in it and scratch or anything, it's not a happy moment. Are you going to take me back to those days?
No, let's move on to the next one then.
All right, I just tell the story. Did you see that? He was going to ask about itchy faces, right?
Well, I thought this would lead in worst Star Wars location to film.
Which Star Wars location? Well, I didn't go to Hoth because I would have died. Are you taking me to Hoth?
No, you can
Okay.
go.
I like the redwood forest, apart from the Ewoks, obviously. No, I love the Ewoks. It's a myth that I. Yeah.
They think you're some sort of
They
god.
think I am some sort of god, but they never asked my opinion of what I thought of them. Their eating habits are important. Come on.
Yes. Okay, how about a favorite scene?
Favorite scene. Favorite scene, actually, I was talking about it earlier today. Take your mind back, if you will. Can we have some Take Your Mind Back theme music? Okay. That's not Take Your Mind Back. It's disco. Okay. Well, let me take your mind. Imagine you're in the forest of Endor, surrounded by trees. And suddenly, out of the undergrowth comes these furry things. And yes, they see C-3PO as his true worth, his godliness. On the planet, on the moon, they're deeply touched. And so later that night, having captured human beings who are worth nothing to Ewoks, who actually, now I come to think of it, are deeply sensitive and intelligent creatures, they arrange that particularly Han Solo, who has been rude to 3PO throughout the story so far. Wait for it. They arrange for Han Solo to be hung over a log fire. At which point Han Solo says, 3PO, what are they jabbering about? It appears, Captain Solo, that you are to be the main course at a banquet given in my honor. You can all see 3PO's face smiling at that point.
Okay, how about favorite piece of C-3PO merchandise?
This is definitely a runner-up. But this is. Oh, all right then. R2-D2, where are you going? The day, yes, I did, etc. I did that just for you. Did you see that? Look at that. Okay, that was
beautiful. Worst Star Wars C-3PO merchandise for you.
The worst 3PO merchandise actually comes to me without any memory nudge at all, and we won't have mood music because it's. Has anybody ever seen the Scotch tape dispenser? For those who have never seen it, I will now,
A demonstration.
I will now demonstrate. Okay. Imagine a ceramic thing about that big with 3PO in a sort of, how shall we say, Spencer. What do you think? What do you think? You want to buy that? Disney, I own the copyright on that idea. Sales of thousands here.
Okay.
Oh, time for another question.
Let's have another episode.
Okay, I'm going to try this again. What do you mean 11? There's only
3.
3 for 3PO. That's a really good, because you worked out, I so humiliated, what's your name? Will, I humiliated Will, what's your name? Jason, you see, that is the kind of intelligence we're looking for. Honestly, thank you, Jason. Stand up, Jason, stand up. Suddenly I feel like something out of Indiana Jones, you know, searching for that special thing. Do you see what I mean? Does the word unattractive come to mind? Anyway, is this yours, young lady? Fine. Maybe see you afterwards. May it stay on the desk here to humiliate the people who made it. Taste setters. Right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Sorry. I'm giving you permission to leave yet. Jason, watch this woman. Okay. I got this funny question. Why are you carrying around? I mean, I know Star Wars fans are weird, but to carry that around in your back pocket, that's strange. Did I just...
Okay, another envelope. Number 3.
Number 3. Okay. Yes, I know the rules.
Thank you. Yes, you've done very well. Very well. You've done your homework. All right, here we go. You have selected number 3. This one is called Oh No, My 3POs. All about unplanned C-3PO mishaps. Unplanned C-3PO mishaps. So the first question is, tell us a story about one of C-3PO's greatest unplanned mishaps.
There have been so many. Well, actually, the one that really comes to mind, in one of the prequels, I'm sorry, I used the word, I don't think Did we do a Metachlorian count yet? In one of the prequels, and I can't remember which, probably number 2, there we are. Now, as some of you may know, in the studio could be as big as this, and the walls are whatever color you want to paint them. In this case, normally blue or green. But often you had a real floor, because it's easier to make a real floor, have people stand on it. So we had a real floor. And all I had to do was to walk along, and I think Arthur was by my side for a change. It's supposed to be digitally put in afterwards. And I'm walking along, and I'm walking to camera. Sorry, start again, wrong walk. Hey, I've got 2, you know what I mean. Hey. So, action. Whatever. I'm talking to this, whatever. And I walk past camera, because that's what I've been asked to do. So I then walk back this way, normally, it's a different act. And they dress me up, and all that kind of donkeys, you know, to look after me, puts the head on, and I turn around, and I clock where the camera is, and they say, action. Arthur, now I'm looking at this, but Arthur, and suddenly, I begin to move in this direction. And I have, you know, you saw a breakfast cereal commercial earlier. I felt as if I was falling into a giant bowl of Kellogg's C-3POs. I mean, the crunch sound, I think I can help you with this. Bye-bye.
quietly trotting off in the distance. Now as they're close up and they're talking very seriously, and suddenly doing this amazing press up on the window not to dive over the tile.
Oh my god.
Who laughed? Who laughed? Who was... That is so cruel. That is so cruel.
All right.
That is so... What had happened in the time that I turned around, they'd been discussing by the camera that the fact that there was endless green walls around me and 3PO in this film was shiny, that as I approached, there was so much green going on here, it would be better to put some black polyboards at an angle of about 45 degrees, so at least they were reflecting black into me as I approached. Unfortunately, they didn't realize that I couldn't see it. Or if they did realize I couldn't see it.
Shall we try another envelope?
I never thought of that.
Let's try.
That is so neat. And I've got your names of people who laughed.
All right. Would you like to try another envelope? One with better luck? Let's try another one then.
Okay,
We have one.
okay. And I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to go for number 6.
Number six.
Number 6. Because I'm cooking here, okay. I got the number thing down. Actually, it gets easier with the less choice. Let's see. Right, it's games and shit. Go on.
You have selected number 6. Explain this. I will show you something from your past and you will need to explain this.
Oh.
Now, who is this? Say it louder. Very good, madam. It is CZ3. One day on the set, in the scene in some place, I don't know, it's before we meet Han Solo. So Luke and Obi-Wan are going off to buy a thing, a spaceship thing. And I'm sitting by the side of the set, and they come up to me and say, "Hey, Tom, can you put on this costume because you're not in this shot, and we've made this suit to your body. He's got white pointy face."
White pointy face?
Yes, and as I looked at it, I thought, well, I can see why they call him white pointy face. English was very literal. And I put it on, and it was brilliant because the chest is really much bigger than I am, so I could breathe, and it was great. And so in the shot, as Obi-Wan and Luke come by, they pass this, because you look at that face, you think, this guy is he's either very nervous or heavily medicated or on something. I think it's medication. And so I thought he really is quite twitchy because he's all a bit lost. And I was in that scene for about 10 seconds. And then, of course, in the sandcrawler scene, he's there again. But here's the cunning thing. I, at the same time, am in the gold suit. Sitting there going, will this never end? Etc. And of course, White Pointy Face is sitting next to me and actually vaguely being tugged by fishing line to make him look slightly animated. We do that a lot in the movies, I tell you. And it was only years later, with the power of merchandising, White Pointy Face became a decipher card. Needed a name, White Pointy Face would really do. CZ3, easy peasy.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy.
Not over yet.
That was a fantastic story. I didn't know that until, that's fantastic. Well, until I read over the card. Okay, what about this? TomTom GPS.
It's, TomTom is do you have it over here?
It's a navigation system for your car. Yes.
It's a GPS thing. 3PO, yes. He's a nervous driver, that's for sure.
I think we have some dialogue. Would you like to hear it?
No.
In 400 Imperial yards, kindly go left at the roundabout. Take the 5th exit, if you please.
And you didn't even see my lips move. It's extraordinary because I actually have it in my car in France. And what is weird is he tells me in French roads, and that literally I've heard him say, what's it? Go left at the roundabout, take the 5th exit. And I'm actually so staring at the visual thinking, how do you do this? Oh, you know, I missed the exit at the top. I must admit, I now use the generic voice. There's times I want to get away from all this stuff.
Well, I can imagine, because there were some outtakes or something of that too. There were some outtakes of that sometimes where he was a little less pleasant. I think so. Let's take a listen.
Might I suggest you turn right? Wait a moment, you didn't turn! Really, I just about had enough of you. Officer Ross was sure you incompetent, and I'm stuck inside this dashboard while you're having delusions you can drive!
Okay, Jason, you weren't laughing at that. That was quite funny. Even Will could manage to laugh at that.
How about Christmas in the Stars? What exactly, for those that may not know, is Christmas in the Stars?
Christmas in the Stars is the ultimate thing to play. Yeah, it's what every family needs. The holiday soundtrack of. I was rehearsing a play in London. I finished Friday night. I got on Concorde. This is name dropping, plane dropping, everything. Flew to New York. Started work the whole day. Worked the next day. Got on the plane back on Concorde. Back at work on Monday morning. Wow. And then it came out. Look at the picture. Yeah. Here.
Let's take a listen, shall we? All right, yes. Very good. Okay. Hey, let's try one more envelope here. What do you think?
Okay, I'm going to do number 2. You were pushing that.
No, I didn't.
Is this a double? You want?
I think this is a good one.
Or is this a pick?
I think this is.
Who wants number 2?
The host knows.
Oh. Okay.
Okay, you have selected envelope number 2, The Force Awakens questions.
Yes!
Told you. Okay. Now, please know this. Please know that these are safe questions. Safe questions, and I assure you, they will not get you in trouble.
He's saying things. Walls have ears.
These are safe questions.
Okay.
How did it feel to return to a galaxy far, far away?
What?
How did it feel to return to that galaxy far, far away?
Well, the curious thing is, actually, because I do so many shows like Clone Wars and Rebels and the wonderful Yoda Chronicles and all that kind of thing, that regularly I'm doing recordings in the sound studio, just myself, without the gold suit on. I mean, you know, I want to wear it obviously and fly it across. So I'm very used to being 3PO. In other incarnations, and certainly in the Lego world of utter hilarity, where we just take somebody knows I love Lego. Yes. You know, I feel bad because I was rude to Will, so he can have a Lego C-3PO cube. actually, we were being a bit previous with this because one day I got a phone call from Lucasfilm, and I was expecting a phone call from somebody like Lynn Hale, you know, been there for a lot of years. And the phone rang, and this female voice said something, and I carried on a conversation for about, or a monologue for about 20, 30 seconds, until I said, I'm sorry, who did you say you are? And this voice said, I'm Kathy Kennedy. I'm the producer of the new Star Wars movies, and just wondering if it would be okay if J.J. Abrams gave you a call? How would you feel? I said yes. And we talked a lot, and it was very interesting because I came out of the sound studios doing things like Lego Clone Wars, and suddenly, and the sound studio is nothing, it's just a little box with, you know, a microphone, and suddenly I go onto the set at Pinewood, and I'm absolutely blown away. First of all, there's sets at all. Oh yeah, this is not, who do people think this is? Anyway, the back of the hair is me. That's you. Do you want me? Yeah, that's me there. Mark's looking a bit grumpy. Can you see? This was the read-through. Oh, that's good. All that is. That's really good. So once we got out of there and we walked around the set, it was the real Star Wars. It felt absolutely like going back however many years it was since Jedi. When was Jedi?
83.
83!
32
Okay.
years.
So it was big. Yeah, but you know what? Can I? I was kidding when I said I couldn't tell you anything about Star Wars, the next one. You know, what's The Force Awakens.
Yes.
Did anybody see the trailer yet?
Yes!
I thought it might be fun to bring something other than a Lego keyring.
Oh!
Would you like to see the trailer again?
Yeah!
Would you really like to see the trailer again?
We are running short on time. I'm going to force another envelope on you.
Oh, whatever. I'll take number 7.
Okay, this is the last envelope. Let's do this one. Let's see what happens.
How good was that trailer? Are you going to go and see this movie?
You have selected number 7, entitled Questions from the Council. So this is where we open our questions up to the fans. So let's hear from you. Let's bring those lights up. Let's see if Elliot and Mark are out there. Do we have some questions from the fans?
Yeah, we got Lindsay's here, and I have a young lady over here waving her hand.
Okay, Mark, why don't we go with you first then?
Yeah. Hi there. Come on over. Stand over here. Come on over. What's your name? Fernanda.
Almost.
What are you saying?
Where are you?
Oh, right.
Oh, she's over here.
Anthony, right over here.
I'm not where.
Hi.
They're waving in the back here.
Oh, you're over there. Stand up. Oh, sorry. It's a very old joke. Well, did you get that? Yes.
Hi. First I want to say, as a fan, thank you. You're one of those people who loves Star Wars, and every time we see you on anything, I think we can all agree that it's obvious you like Star Wars like we like Star Wars. Anyway, my question is, you have served as a narrator for this story in many settings, not only telling stories to Ewoks, but also in things like Star Wars in concert, in which you were phenomenal, by the way.
Who wants to see Star Wars in concert again?
you know this story very well. What is your favorite part of the Star Wars saga, and why?
Well, first of all, you thank me as a fan. You thank me for being here. We sort of talked a bit yesterday, I think it was yesterday that we first started this. I have to thank you, and I thank everybody else who is a fan, because without all of you, we wouldn't have made these films. Thank you. But it's a genuine thing. It's a two-way experience. And something like this, you don't get this on a film set. There is no huge enthusiasm like this. There's no huge feeling of empathy and a mutual enjoyment and a thrill at enjoying all the same thing at the same time. Thank you for being fans. My favorite bit of, curiously, it's not to do with being in the films at all. It's when somebody comes up to me at an event like this and says, my kid won't believe that you're a C-3PO. Well, why would he? I mean, look. Do I look like C-3PO? Do I have a golden face? Do I have radar? Yes. So the kid is going, and the kid's looking around. So I say, do you remember what 3PO sounded like? I mean, face it, this kid's been taught to not talk to strangers, ever. Suddenly his father is introducing him to this weird guy who wears, or pretends to wear a belt. So, do you remember what he sounds like? Well, does he sound a bit like this? Hello, I am C-3PO, Human Cyber Relations, and this is my counterpart, R2-D2. And then, what happens is, the physics of sound goes through his head, goes through the skull, and reaches that part of the brain that recognizes speech. And from looking totally like, you see this? For me, that was a magical moment. Thank you.
Who do we have with you? Right there. Is the mic not on?
Check. Here we go.
You are standing up. Go.
I'm here with Megan
When
from
you're ready.
Phoenix.
Just speak when you're ready.
First of all, thank you for coming through the queue this morning. That started the day off on excellent foot.
Well, you know, there's such a happy atmosphere out there. It's a great way for me to start the day. It actually gives me a boost to see all that huge enthusiasm. More of you next time in costumes, please. Please make something. Get a cardboard box. Got a great costume. Yes, very good.
So my question is actually about the suit. You've mentioned a lot of times that the suit tends to chafe or hurt. Did they fix it for episode 7?
There's children here. There's children. I can't believe
You don't want to know what Carrie said. You're okay. You're safe.
Because, you know, she had that bikini on for a while. I think that changed. It was a heck of a lot more comfortable than mine. Oh, look, there's the bits. So here you have behind me a picture of everything you need to have to make, I can't believe it, to make a gold robe, whatever you wrote. All the bits in gold are very, very hard to get, very expensive. I, on the other hand, am always available and very, very cheap. I will tell you something that, what JJ said to me on this phone call, would you just like to do the voice? And I said, no. And he said, quite right.
Look straight up and way up top in the nosebleed section. Way up top. Over here, you see me? Way up top.
Okay.
What's your name and what's your question?
Hello, Mr. Daniels.
Hello!
My name is Micah, and I have a two-part question. Yesterday, we were introduced personally to a new droid. I'm curious on what is your impression of this new droid, and what do you think C-3PO's reaction would be theoretically if he was to meet that BB-8 droid?
I'm going to repeat the question. There are some people who didn't hear. Is that right? In the trailer, I think, did we see BB-8?
Yes.
Yeah. You know who BB-8 is?
The ball.
All I can say is that is R2 here? No. BB-8 is adorable. He is magic, and the way it's created is beyond magic. It is absolutely stunning. It's really, in all of the Star Wars creativity, I think that's almost the best thing I've ever seen. I cannot tell you any more than that. Shortly, of course, you'll be able to buy him in shops across Christmas. And you will, because it's magical. Eat your heart out, R2. I didn't mean it. Look, I say cheap things just to get a reaction, to get a laugh. And most of you laughed. Most of you are on the dark side. You're not very well lit here, right? But you see, if it wasn't, just stand up if you would. If it wasn't, can you just come around? If it wasn't for the original, we wouldn't have. Oh boy. If I may, what's your name?
Chris?
So you're not really R2-D2?
No.
Well, very good likeness. And could and could you do that sound again? What makes you go ooh like that? Serious, it's a serious audience. So, you've seen BB-8 on screen there. You did it again. I did that. And you've seen BB-8 on screen, haven't you? And you are R2-D2. What do you think of BB-8?
I think he's adorable.
Okay, is this droid love?
Well, there's a little bit of jealousy, but I still think he's adorable.
I think that's fair.
And that was the R2 fans out there.
Yeah, I love R2. But it's going to be more difficult because it's a ball. Can you do that? Can you have... Okay, thank you very much.
We have one more, but I think you might want to sit down for this one. It's actually a video question.
Yeah.
And so why don't you look right at this
question
screen
from
here.
the council.
And let's take a look at this one. This is your next question, or is it?
Ladies and gentlemen, you just caught me at a quiet moment, surrounded by millions of fans, leafing through the Sith dictionary. I do this every evening because the word "they" keeps goodness at bay. And I've come across an entry under robots. Let me read it to you. Robots should only be used for completing dirty, dangerous, dull, or inaccessible tasks. If unable to restrain their humanoid tendencies in public, they are liable to explode. Have a great shot, C-3PO.
So would you feel the presence there? Could you feel the evil? That's him on a good day. But you know something? Was it yesterday we started all this?
Well, what happened? It was Celebration 6.
Yeah.
I was interviewing Ian, and we were doing questions, and somebody appeared up in the balcony, and he never forgot it.
He's got a mean streak.
So,
Not just on film.
it was a bit of a Even I don't know what that means.
So, hey. But you know, he was talking about he couldn't get it right. Yesterday, when they were announcing this brand new thing of having emoticons or whatever they call for Twitter, yeah, there was one for a stormtrooper that was kind of cute, and there was one for something else. And in the middle, the whole, what do they call these feed things? I don't know.
Oh, the
hashtag things. And it came up with a very cute face of 3PO, and underneath it said C-3PO. I mean, you'd think they'd get it right here. So rather cleverly, when I came on at the end, I mentioned the fact that that one of the greatest things of the day was to have finally, after 40 years in this saga, that I had become this Twitter thing, CP3. How many people have tweeted, how come Anthony Daniels got his name wrong?
Very nice. Okay, this has been fun. Have you enjoyed yourself?
Oh, well, have you enjoyed yourself?
Love having you here, and so we have one last little video to look at. This is really just a way of saying thank you. So, take a look at the screen.
When you see Anthony Daniels put on his C-3PO outfit, I was standing next to you and he turned back. He turned and he said, "It's like an icon here."
I was on set with C-3PO, and it really took me back. I really remembered what it was like to be 6 or 7 and watching these films, and felt the excitement of being in them, you know, now.
Here's 3PO. Now it is Star Wars. Star Wars has arrived. How do you do? My name is George. I'll be your director today.
The weird thing about 3PO is, for the most part, he's completely out of his element in all the other movies. He's gone around saying, protocol? Why, it's my primary function, sir. It's what I do, I translate. And he's had this terrible time because he's been put in fights and fires and mangled up and had all sorts of weird features. 3PO has been the sort of, I think, fall guy or the funny guy throughout all these movies. And humor's been a big content of the saga. I would just love to wear something that I could sit down and be comfortable in. And also to gesture in, to have free expression, to use my face, to use my hands, to use this kind of thing. But I don't, so I've had to make the most of it.
I need more emoting, I need more facial expression. I get a smile, I want to frown, okay?
I think the one thing that really is tremendous for the character. For a character who's just benign, delightful, weird, sad, lonely. I think we'd all be glad to know him.
Come on, R2, we're going.
A toast to the dwarf, the crippled, and the mother of madness. Toast, dear brother. In fact, we think you've done such a great job as the hand of the king. You should sit on the Iron Throne. Me on the Iron Throne, my brother.